Feliz Navidad, Feliz Kalikimaka, and a bunch of other things too. Whatever holidays you happen to be celebrating, I hope you have a wonderful one this year. Um, our week is running from December 25th to the 31st. Okay, so that means we will try and catch most of the holidays in there, and I wish you and yours the very, very best. Love and kisses, etc. All right. So what we want to do is get a little reading, and then I have some angel messages that we need to be discussing. Okay? Just sitting here getting ready for you. A couple of cards jumped out by themselves, so those will be the first ones, first of our angel cards that we're going to talk about. So let's see what our little Celtic cross has to say for us today. Okay. Yep. Let me see. Let's see what's up. Okay. Moderation. During the holidays, are you kidding me? Or what? No. We've got some things that are happening, but this looks pretty interesting to me. Those of you that are artists and that are out there, I want you to know that we're approaching a time period that is going to be conducive to supporting the arts, okay? So it doesn't matter whether it's dance or painting or music or anything like that. As long as it falls in the category of art, it should be being supported. It's come from a period where financially, as an artist, you've not been supported. So that's what this is telling me. This is being kind of left out in the cold. But that's where we came from, and a lot of people feel they have to suffer for their art. Well, these cards right here are saying maybe not so much this year, okay? Why? Because I have my art card here, and then I have new beginnings for that. So this can be success. So this is pretty nice. And we have with the Seven of Worlds, which means kind of a breakthrough for things. So let me back up. Let me hit it again because I wanted to also talk to you. If you happen to be a Sagittarian, this could be a good time frame for you too. So normally our readings are for about a week at a time. This might go a little bit longer for Sagittarians, okay? Part of it is because of where we are astrologically speaking, and we're going to be fitting better into the scope of things, right? So just know that. And most of the people I know that are Sagittarians are extremely artistic anyway, right? So let's look for that. Just remember, don't gauge your success by only solely financial reasons. But this is new beginnings. So it can be that people want what you have. So stay open to that. And this says start small. It might be that you get a little job and you go, really, that's where I got to start? Yes, that's where you got to start. So do it. And it looks like you get a referral, and that's going to give us opportunities to open up for more people to get what we specialize in, okay? So just know that's going to be that kind of environment. And even if you're not a Sagittarian, look to see if there's something artistic that you do that is going to put you into maybe even a different job market, right? This little card right here is also explaining to me that now is not the time for you to criticize yourself in any particular way. You just might say to yourself, that's good to know. That explains my situation. But this is also showing me the elderly. So if you look at yourself as being in the older category, don't poo-poo it. Don't discount it. It's like give yourself credit for it because you're young thinking and you're forward thinking. So you're going to start being recognized by an older category of people, right? So this is still looking good in that direction. Now, coming up almost immediately, with the gift of new ideas, we have the idea too that it's time to let go of something, and that's what this is about. Not tons of stuff, but there's something you've been working hard on that somebody else expected you to do. And this is going to be a time frame where you do a reevaluation. If it's not working for you, it's probably time not to do it anymore. Okay? Now that, remember, not just Sages, strongly for Sages, but not just Sages. All right. I do like my card here. This is a Four of Wands. It's one of my favorite cards because it means that we're on the right path. You got your feet going the right direction. The Wands has to do with your spirituality, and even to the point where don't discount what you're doing as important, because it shows me that there are people that are going to want to follow in your footsteps. All right, so give them something to follow. You go first and they'll follow behind you. One of my other major arcana cards, I just want you to know that the end of the week blasts out with all majors, okay? All major cards, all three major arcana, starting with the Hanged Man, which is this one. And this is about looking at things from a different perspective, all right? So maybe you're on the right track, but you took a left when you should have taken a right. Go back and evaluate anything that you've changed lately, because it's going to give you a different perspective on things, and maybe that's exactly where you need to be. This little card is telling me anything you get in your mind to do. This is all of us. This is a magic card, okay? It's my magician card. It means what you think about, you can manifest. So be careful what you think about. This is really a very good card. And it's also strongly masculine, so it's a doer card. It's not just sit back, twiddle your thumbs, and wait for the universe to deliver. They're waiting for you to do something so they can reward you for it. Beautiful card. Strong. There are two major arcanas, and this is one of them. Okay, the other one has to do with the High Priestess, and that's the strong energies of the female. But this is good, strong male energy. Don't be afraid to take the leap of faith if there's something that's coming up that feels like it's right up your alley. Give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? You go, didn't like that. Let me change. Give yourself a chance. Because this card speaks to me of business. It is the Capricorn card, but this looks like you're finding the business that gives you joy. So it's not just about work, work, work. It's like the work that you do is fulfilling and satisfying, and it is important to you and to other people. So this could be a pretty fancy week in the ending. So you start with a major arcana and you end with three of them. So do what's asked of you, and you could end up in a really lucky and satisfying place. Okay? So that's what our regular week is looking. That's just a regular week. Okay? And we end up on that one with the Three of Worlds, which means there's going to be people that want to help you. So even if you're off on a tangent doing something new and different, somebody might say, I thought about that. Let me help you. If there's anything that comes up that I can do, give me a shot at this. Okay? I don't know why. I just flipped on something. There's a really important business connection in the San Bernardino Inland Empire area, and it's mostly sponsored by Lue Productions, Lue, and I would recommend that you give it a shot. Look it up on Facebook or on the internet or something. They are doing so many beautiful promotions and artistic stuff. We started with art. This might be a really good time to get in tight with them, see if there's things that you can do for them and be part of the program, okay? Help find answers where there haven't been any. Lue Productions, okay? All righty, my dears. Let's go on over here and just look at what my angel cards are. And these are, let me see, angel messages. Let me get the name exactly. Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, and this is done by Radley Valentine. Now, he's a little sweetheart, full of joy, and especially at this time of the year. He, too, is a Sagittarian. So take a moment and see if you can find him somewhere. He's a little off the wall, but he's a lot of fun to listen to, and he gives you some good information. So these are his cards. Look at that card. Doesn't it look like it's alive? I mean, it looks like it's literally got a light bulb on behind it or something. This is the deck that I want to talk about today. While I was fiddling around waiting for the computer to start, I dropped one. Okay, and the first card that I dropped is the Nine of Air. Now, I'm going to read this for you, and it doesn't feel all that charming when I read it, but listen. It's the card of negativity, worry, and sleeplessness. And in a lot of respects, it's telling us that if we're having periods of sleeplessness right now, who not, the causes are negativity and worry. So they're giving us the answer right on this. Have a look. And it's showing someone who is just beside themselves trying to catch some Z's. Now, most of the people that I know right now are struggling with some sleep problems. So I just want you to know if this is where you're coming from. This is where you're coming from. The card that fell after that was this one, which is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so that's confirmation from my computer. If you know anything about the readings that we have, anything electronic like that pops up is like saying yes what they just said. Okay, so this is the card that is the outcome for all that worry, stress, and sleeplessness. It's called Wishes, Dreams, and Happiness. And she's got one of those little flowers that you blow on and you make a wish. Dandelions. So you might want to even go out. I have dandelions in my yard. Now that I've seen this, after I say bye to you guys for a while, I'm going to go out in the yard and find a dandelion or two and make some wishes, right? So that's what this card is saying to me. The guardian angel wants you to know that despite any of the problems that you're having right now, there's going to be good, positive outcomes as a result of that. It takes faith and it takes participation on your part. You have to believe that blowing on your dandelion is going to make a difference. And if you're like any other 3 or 4-year-old, you know they do. Okay? So those are the only two guardian angel cards that I want us to read. One is telling me where you're at, and the other is telling me where you're going. So be thankful this holiday season for your 9 of Cups. And be glad that your 9 of Crystals are passing into the previous year. Okay? So that's what we got for you guys. Sounds like a lovely lineup of events, huh? Okay. So for all that we've got, we're grateful. And for what we're looking forward to, we'll be active participants in. So take good care of yourselves, and I guess we'll talk soon. Enjoy the holiday.